Okay, so we start with the chilled water system. Okay, so I have here a floor plan. So this is my previous project before was working in a syllabus. Okay, so I have here different rooms. So it's a typical room. Sorry. Um, it is composed of it is the use of the room is for dwelling places like tulugan ng mga labor. Okay, so we have here this room one, so we have here room, so they have types of the same accommodation. So you will notice that may mga, so this is a architectural design. So there is mga beds, closets. Okay, then you have your doors there. Now for chilled waters, we're going to do an initial drawing for the chilled water system. Okay, so I have here we call it a 2D drawing of ceiling cassette. So this is a ceiling cassette type. So if you're going to in actual, makikita niyo. So this is uh, CAD representation. If you're going to check that one in actual, so ganito ang itsura niya. Okay. So since mostly magagamit naman will be 2D for representation. So I'm going to put each room unit. Okay. So take note, those units corresponds doon sa heat load ng bawat isa. So when we say heat load, okay, so we'll talk that about later. So let's put the AC unit muna since it is required. We need to do piping, so you can start piping na. So I'm going to put an unit bawat room. Okay, so I have here, put it here. Okay, one. So usually, okay, yan. Okay, so we have here now let's put tag name ng bawat isa. So let's put this one as, let's pangalanan natin siya. So with the acronym siguro that is ceiling cassette. So we can put here this is C1 dash 1. Okay, so we have C dash 2, C dash 3, and C dash 4, so on. C dash 5, C dash 6, C dash 7, C dash 8, and we have C dash 9, C dash 10, C dash 11, C dash 12, C dash 13, C dash 14. Okay, so we have now the tag name na bawat FCU natin. Okay. Okay, so we have now names ng bawat isa. Okay, now, mostly, our chill pipings or yung riser usually. So, makikita nyo yan. So, from our previous, yung drawing na binigay ko sa inyo. Okay, so this one. So, my previous project, yung Crystal Tower. So, makikita nyo ito, yung symbol na ito. Okay. So, this is, don't be confused kasi marami ng services na ano dyan. Meron you have your ducting. Okay. So, we have ito, yung riser. Okay. So, usually yung riser, so that is the pipe going from lower ground or basement going up. So, if you're going to view that one sa the graphical representation niya, so it will be look like this. So kung if you have a building, okay, so I will draw here a 3D view of a building. So if your building is like sample lang this, so you have your floors about isa. Okay. So the riser represent as the pipe. So if you have your pump here, so ground floor, so yung riser starting from here going here. Okay. So ito yun. So that will be distributed about floor. Okay. Okay. So that is the riser. So they call it the riser. So sometimes there will be riser pipes. Yeah. Okay. So that is the four foos. That is the representation. Usually kung titignan mo naman siya sa 2D elevation niya, it's an representation lang din talaga ng ganito siya. Okay? So usually risers are big. So mostly malaki yan siya. It's ranging from 3 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches. So depending on the demand ng system natin. So in here mostly, so take note, so risers are mostly found on the shaft. So when we say shaft, so in construction or in tawag dito mga buildings, so mostly shaft is an equivalent, or sometimes this is the term that we use in Dubai, but the architectural term also, sometimes they call it as a void. Okay, so makikita nyo sa there is an X. Okay, so it is a representation that area is parang vacant. So parang kung sa Tagalog is butas siya. So if you're going to draw that one in 3D, so parang magiging ganito siya. Okay, so that is butas ng or shaft ng every floor. So ganun yung ano niya. So you can put your pipe going here up there, so pataas. So that is mostly inaabang na yan during construction. So dyan nilalagay yung mga services ng plumbing. Okay, so you have your plumbing pipe, plumbing riser pipes, chill water risers pipes, and okay, if you have going to draw that one in top view, so mostly kasi ang nilalagay dito is you have your chilled water pipes. Okay, then that is riser also. Then another is for your boosted cold water. Okay, boosted cold water riser. So R represent as for your riser. So sometimes kasi ina-acronym na yan. So makikita nyo dito. So we have this one. Okay. So makikita nyo dyan, we have that arrow text, I define this is CWPS. So that means is a chilled water pipe. Okay. So S stand for supply and return. So FB, so that is from bottom, FBA. Then TA represents to above. So from bottom, when we say from bottom, ang pagkakaintindi niyan is I'm going to back to drawing. So when you say from bottom, so kung ito yung tubo mo, so when you say TA, so that is FA, wala. So ay FB, from FB pa. So we have FB, sorry. So FB, so that is stands from bottom. So big sabihin nag-originate sa ilalim, then you have to above, which means from bottom nag-originate niya from bottom going up siya. So ganun ang ano niya, ang pagkakaintindi na. So from bottom paangat, to above pataas. Okay, so it means it is continuously paakyat. So you're going to put that one also in the drawing. So from bottom, go to above. Ibig sabihin may extended floor pa siyang tutuluyan. Then also we have boosted cold water. Then will we have your next is your riser for your fire protection, or let's say we can name that fire sprinkler 5. So you can name that one fire sprinkler 5 riser. So okay, so pwede yung ganyan. Okay, so you have now your shaft here, or let's say your void. So we have now your void here. So that's the purpose ng mga shaft or void. So baka kasi maya you will be confused. So shaft, diba, usually in machine design when we say shaft, so that is the shafting. Okay, but in construction, so shaft, that means it is an butas kung sa Tagalog, and sometimes it is represented as a void. So makikita nyo yan during yung work ninyo in terms of construction. So mostly dyan mag-originate yung mga risers pipes natin palagi. So kasi the structural engineers were very disappointed if we going to core, or when we say core, magbutas na lang tayo ng butas ng different ng ating mga services ng tubo. So they try to minimize the hole because it it lessens the strength of the slab. Kaya napaka-importante na before you magbuhos ng slab, so yung say before you pour the concrete, so it's very important na nakaabang na yung mga shaft natin or yung mga sleeves. So when you say sleeves, so that is yung, kung ito yung tubo mo, so you have your PVC pipe surrounding here. Okay, so if this is your pipe, okay, this is your riser pipe. Okay, so ito yung sleeve is usually is made of PVC, yung mostly nakikita natin yung orange yan. So inaabang na kaagad siya sa slab para hindi na tawag dito ma-disturb yung magkukuring, kasi minsan kasi nagiging problema pag hindi na abang yung slab. Okay, so pag hindi na abang yung sleeve, so if you have your concrete slab here, so yan kasi minsan ang nagiging problema if you have your concrete slab here tapos wala kang sleeve. So usually yung mga rebars yan nakalatag yan. Okay, we try to avoid yung maputol yung rebars nito. Usually makikita nyo naman yung bakal or made up yung yan, ng structural. So if you have your bakal dito na nilagay, so usually we'll try to eliminate yung mga sleeves. We try to nilalayo natin ang sleeves. So sometimes kung hindi talaga maiwasan, they try to bend. So if hindi advisable na maglalagay ka ng sleeves here, then you're going to cut na lang yun doon. So kung kinat mo yan, so big sabihin yung strength ng concrete mo are already lessened. So mostly ang nangyayari, pag hindi na talaga maiwasan yan, yung ganyan na maglalagay ka ng ang ginagawa namin during sa site, we just do, kung hindi na talaga maiwasan, so we remove, we try to rearrange the we rearrange the yung steel bar. So from here you can, pwede mo ilihis yung steel bar mo. So because since it is steel, it can be deformed. So from here it can be rearranged like this one. So to babaliin, hindi naman totally babaliin, but you're going to deform it in such a way na may provide mo yung sleeves. So in that way, yung strength ng concrete and yung reinforced, so yung reinforced concrete, okay, reinforced concrete is still yung strength niya are maintained because hindi naman natin pinutol yung bakal, so nami-maintain siya. So yan yung minsan nagiging problema if yung mga sleeves mo were mga tawag yung additional, or sometimes, so kung we say additional, that is na buhusan ng concrete, then you're going to pour or bubutasin mo yung reinforced concrete. Okay? So mostly pag ganun nangyayari, bubutasin mo reinforced concrete without the advice of a structural engineer or civil engineer, so eventually talaga mag-aaway kayo sa site. So magagalit yon. So take note, you have to inform them na you're going to pour. Okay? So at as much as possible, do not, huwag niyang puputulin yung rebars. So doon na kasi nakadesign yung strength nun. Okay? Anyway, so going back, so we have here your shaft, yung sinasabi ko na nga. So I'm going to put here dalawang riser. Okay? So I'm going to identify this one as so this is a CHWP, so that is chilled water pipe, chilled water pipe. Then I'm going to put here S. So S stands for supply. So I'm going to put here para. So take note, you'll be putting we have here yung notes natin. So when we say notes, and put this, so we're going to put here notes and legends. So usually makikita yun sa upper part ng drawing niyo. So makikita nyo rin yung drawing na binigay ko sa inyo previously. Okay, so meron din ito nakalagay na notes and legend. I hope, sana meron. Wala yata. Ito, this one. So you can copy that one, or you can use that one. So we have here, so AC legend, notes and legend. So or pwede ng legend na lang. So legend na lang, we'll be using legend na lang. It's much better, mas magandang gamitin. So notes is different pala, sorry. So we'll be using legends. So we have now here, you will be putting here your so that is CHWP, so that is S. So we have that is chilled. Okay. So this is chilled water pipe. So that is supply. Then we have CHWP, then R. So this is now defined as chilled water pipe. I'm going to put here return. So ibig sabihin pabalik. Okay. Then we put also here CC, so means, so that is sealing cassette. Okay, sealing cassette unit. So ACC pala, mas maganda sa sealing cassette ACC, no? Air conditioning. Pwede yan, sealing cassette, pwede na rin. Okay, so we have now your, so this one now is your, ang isa is chilled water pipe return. So you're going to put that one sa identification ng piping natin. Now, so from here we have a chilled water supply. So it means it is the pipe going to supply nung bawat unit. Okay, so I'm going to draw here first yung cross main natin o yung main pipe. So I'm going to put it in the hallway. So wala pang sizes yan, so later on we'll do sizing. Okay, so here, then it is connected papunta dito, so that it means that from here we have supplying tubo doon papunta doon. Then take note, we have your fittings. So we're going to put the fittings. So mostly we have putting here yung gate valve. So that is the representation of gate valve. So lalagay din natin yan sa legends natin. So ano ba yung ibig sabihin yan? So we have here, so this one we're going to put GB sometimes, so that means that is a gate valve. Okay. So we have here gate valve. So the purpose of the gate valve is to isolate the system. So just in case na magkaroon kayo ng maintenance nung bawat unit nito, if you're going to add more units, so you have to isolate this one. So once you na-isolate na yan, so you can work ng bawat area. Okay, so yun yung purpose. Or you sometimes if you want to close the system, so you can isolate, so wala nang magpo-flow ng tubig papunta dito. Okay, so gate valve na mostly ginagamit natin dito. Okay, so pakita natin yon. So we're going to put the gate valve. So we have the symbol for the gate valve. So parang ganito lang din naman siya usually. Jesus man. Here. Okay, so mostly makikita nyo sa mga bahay, ganito siya. But maliliit. Starting from 3 and 2 and 1/2 inches, ganito siya. But as you increase the size to 24 inches, so ganito na nagiging itsura niya. Then magiging itsura niya sa if you going to section. So if you have the flow here, okay, so close, ayan, and to cut, to open, or to provide the flow, ganun siya. So this is a type of gate valve na tinatawag na we have yung rising stem. o tinatawag na OS and Y gate valve. So we have different types of gate valve and they serve as different types of purposes. So we have this one, yung butterfly valve. So discuss na natin, no? Para you have the idea. So we have your butterfly valve. Okay. So you have here yung lever niya to swing for close and opening, and you can control how much percentage. Then another type ng wheel type na butterfly valve. So usually ito na yung mga malalaki, then use the screw wheel type, and you have a screw here to open and close. Okay, so then we have another, yung makikita nyo, this is ball valve. So makikita nyo in outside nya, then in section nya, so we have the stainless here surface. So makita nyo parang bola, then may butas ka doon sa loob. Okay, so if you're going to move the lever papunta doon, so makita ito yung surface na ito papunta dito to block the flow. Okay, for industrial use, so ganito siya kalalaki. So ganito naman ang itsura niya. So the same principle pa rin to isolate, and also yung surface niya yung tinatawag na ball, kaya tinatawag na ball valve. So outside nito ganito na may sometimes will be look like this. Then we have mga gamit natin also, we have yung balancing valve. So it is used to balance the flow papunta doon sa mga chilled water sealing cassette natin. So we have yung balancing valve. Or sometimes they call it hydronic balancing valve.